Hi, my name is Ali, and I'm here to inform you about how people extract, produce, and distribute coffee. Coffee is a widely consumed beverage. Animals eat it and humans drink it. People rely on coffee to keep them awake and aware in the mornings. But tens of thousands of people depend on coffee as their source of income in order to live. There are two ways to grow coffee. One is sun-grown, and the other is shade-grown. Sun-grown coffee wipes up trees and rainforests just to plant the coffee, which affects ecosystems and food webs. Coffee needs a lot of water and high temperature for it to grow. That is why coffee is only grown in tropical regions. There are 4 stages to bring the coffee to you. First, the coffee is got from farmers and then brought to an exporter who brings it to a trader so that they can trade coffee to make money. Then it is brought to a roaster to roast the beans and brought to a grocery store. Then the coffee is finally brought to you. Brazil makes about 1/3 of the world's coffee, which is 36%. Vietnam makes 13% of all the world's coffee, and Colombia makes only 10%. But the countries that are drinking the coffee are mostly Europe altogether with 45%, then the US with 20%, then Japan with 11%. The US is the number 1 single coffee drinking nation in the world. They drink 1/5 of all the world's coffee. Since they are cutting down 70% of rainforests, almost all organisms get affected because their homes are being destroyed. More rainforests are being cut down in Brazil since they sun-grown most of their coffee. But other places like Costa Rica shade-grow almost all their coffee, which cuts down less trees. If we only grow coffee the traditional way, which is shade-grown, we can still produce coffee without destroying the environment. Our coffee would be better quality because they are hand-picked. There would be less chemicals needed since there are less plants. There's also more wildlife for organisms to live since less trees would be cut down, which also provides alternative income for the farmers if the trees provide fruit. So people trade coffee from one country to another to make a living. If you pay $5 for coffee, did you know that only 4 cents go to the farmers that grow the beans? But some countries have organizations to help farmers. For example, in St. Mario's, their organization /cooperative/co-op is called Coop Tarazu. Farmers get at least 10% above the market just to give the organization the coffee beans. We can all use the skin of coffee beans as fuel instead of throwing them away and wasting and trashing. We can also shade-grow coffee, which is better for everyone. There are as many as 30 million species living in the rainforest. Cutting down trees to plant coffee is taking away homes of lots of those organisms. It's like a bioaccumulation. One species in a food chain dies, the predator on top of it will die too. Since they will all have no more food to eat, it will go on and on. I believe that coffee can stay in the world market if we find a different and more sustainable way to produce coffee, such as no more child labor to produce the coffee and not cutting down as many forests to get the resources for coffee. We need to change the way we produce coffee if we want it to stay in the world market.